Are we streaming? Are we streaming? We're streaming? Where's the stream? Where's the stream at? It's, YouTube? Come on, help a brother out. Are we streaming or not? Okay. Wow, it took a while to load. It's actually still doesn't say anything on. Oh, okay, all right. We got signal. All right. Hey, come by. What up? Yeah. We got the Shure going, the Shure SM58. But oh, don't you worry. We also still have my regular AT2020. We're just having a little fun here. Just having we get the you know, we can chill out, right? I can bring the microphone with me, or I can be up in front and chatting with you, just the way that, you know, the way that I want it. Make it whatever vibe I want. Leaning back, having fun. Leaning forward, having fun. Have fun in a game. Anyways, but for now, I'll just put the microphone up to this side. Yeah. But the thing is you don't get the ASMR thing with a, you know, a left channel, right channel Nolan, right? We got full channel, full front and center Nolan. You don't have to worry about it. It's 100% me. What the fuck am I talking about? Anyways, hey, I'm back with a game this time, and not music shit. As much as I would love to, I'd love to just do another music stream and just fuck around and get way too drunk. If you missed my music stream, you missed out on a good time, really. What up, big dog? Nice to have you here. Anyways, so we're back with the game today. I did say that it's not gonna be a music stream, but I do want to mention real quick. Continuing from last time. So last time I talked about having a mixer. That mixer has arrived now. Everything is now going through the mixer, and then the output of the mixer is coming into my audio interface. So audio levels might be a little bit different this time. I did kind of like a practice recording, literally maybe 10 minutes before this stream started, to try to get a sense of things. I think I finally balanced the audio right. It did seem like it was coming in a little bit hot, but I think I got that sorted out. But, you know, let me know if things are quiet or loud or whatever. We'll fuck with volume some more. But anyways, I also, you know, last time I said that I'd ordered an SM57 and 58. We just saw the 58. 58's a good mic. This is the 58, right? I get these confused. Yeah, it's the 58. The 58's a good mic. But the 57 wound up getting canceled, so I'm not going to receive that one, unfortunately. However, I went ahead and took the value of that and purchased an external compressor because I really feel like that I need it for this mixing board. It's going to control the signal before it comes into the into my audio interface, so that's on its way instead. And so hopefully next time the signals will be a little bit better as well. But anyways, don't worry about it for today. Today we're back to playing games, and I've promised Mr. Orc, like, for 3 fucking weeks now that I would play his game, but we had internet troubles, and then I just really wanted to do my music stream, so yeah, so, you know, it got put off, but we're gonna be playing it today. Finally. There is something I want to say. I tried doing something a little bit different this time around. I don't know if I want to do this for every game that I play on the channel, but I think maybe sometimes, if this works out well enough, I might do it occasionally. I played about an hour or so of this game, just off stream, to kind of get through the intro. And, get through the intro, kind of get a sense of the game and how to play it and all of that. And, you know, because when I'm streaming, I have my attention kind of split 3 different ways. We have, of course, my attention on the game itself, but then also there's my attention on you know, like the chat and seeing what you guys are saying, and then also my attention is split on also being entertaining on stream, of course. So, you know, things, I miss a lot of shit. You guys know that. I do really dumb things. So by being able to just focus on just playing the game and not having to be entertaining and not having to pay attention to chat and all that stuff, I could just focus on playing the game and having my, just you know, playing it casually, normally, as I normally would, and get a better sense of what's going on. So maybe sometimes I'll do that, maybe not every time. But I figured that might be, I don't know, interesting, I guess. But no, I'm not playing Survival, I'm playing Origins. I do have something to tell Orc. I have some opinions to share. I only played an hour, but I have some opinions I want to tell him. This is not the first time I have played his game on stream. However, this version is much different than the previous version that I had played. Interesting. Oh, is that just the background music for this map? Is fiddle music? This is a fiddle song, and every time it's there, it catches me off guard because it's like, wait, why do I recognize this? I know these notes. I didn't arrange this version of the song. His composer arranged this version, but it's my notes. These are Fiddle's notes that his composer has arranged into this version. So it's always like, why do I recognize this? Hey there, we're a bunch of aid kids. Okay, so we just kind of got past the first part. Let me explain where we're at, what we're doing. So I kind of got past the first intro where basically we go through a lot of the training stuff. We meet up with our best friend, probably. I think that's who he is. We go into our first dungeon. We get some sweet loot from it. And then we go into town. We sell off our loot. More on that later. And then we come back to our little village. And oh no, the monsters are attacking. We meet up with other party member here, Thaz, I think is their name. It's like no way to check. It's fine. There's no way to remind myself, unfortunately. But yeah, anyways. So we meet up with Thaz, and then I think that's their name. And then we go into town and we all together, all three of us, fight the monsters. And then there's a big boss, and the big boss kills best friend. And then it's sad times, and that's kind of where we're at now. Is he's dead, and now we're adventuring this way, I guess, to do something I forgot. Anyways, so they're here too. So I guess that's the lore of the world, is that monsters could only stay in the dungeons, and now they have escaped the dungeons. And that's the drama currently, is that, oh no, monsters are roaming the lands freely, no longer locked to their dungeons. We need to pick up the pace. Who knows what's happening at Vallowkeep? That's wow, it's a little bit loud, huh? All right, maybe that's better. Yeah, a little bit better is true, but we definitely need to kind of get it. Maybe that's better. All right, let's show off some of this combat. So the combat's still pretty similar to the previous version I played. You have the timed button presses.
Double slash! Double slash!
I should mention, we don't really need to bring it up. This is like definitely an unfinished build of the game. So, I think right now everyone's placeholder voice acting is just main characters' voices. It's not a big deal. It's an unfinished version, so I'm sure all of this will change. So anyways, you're going to be hearing a lot of Dunstan say, double slash! Even from the orc girl. Even the orc girl herself says, double slash! Even though her main basic attack is pursuit. Voices are a little loud. Are you just saying, like, overall in the game? Or are you just saying, are you talking about my mixing?
Double slash.
Yeah, I see. It's kind of clipping, huh? Alright. I also missed my timing because I was looking at the audio levels. Well, damn it, I'll get this right eventually. Just hold on. I'll go into the options menu and turn down the master volume there because I'm really cranking down the system volume right now. So just bear your ears. I'll tell you what, I'll just keep talking. I won't shut up. It'll be like that one challenge that I did when we did the, what was it, the stream? The stream with all the games where, you know, I just had different challenges. And one of the challenges was that I couldn't stop talking. So I'll keep talking and not shut up. That way my voice, by constantly talking, pumps the volume down. So that way it's not destroying your ears. Now that we're out of that, I don't have to do that anymore. I will say, okay, so, by the way, I had cranked the master volume up. But he does actually have the master volume set a little bit lower whenever you launch the game. She just isn't that bright, so she remembers her moves wrong. She's just copying the leader. Oh, the leader says it, so I have to say it.
Double slash. Double slash.
So I am hoping that Orc will join the stream.
Slash.
Because I have some opinions I want to express, but I want him here for them. Because they're kind of like talking points, really. They're more than just like, they're more than just, you know, basic critiques, basic nitpicks or stuff like that. I think they're serious talking points to be discussed, and I would love to have a discussion with him about that, but he's got to be here for that. So y'all harass him in the Discord. Tell him to be here so we can talk about the good stuff.
Double slash. Double slash.
By the way, I am just basically mashing attack. Maybe one of the talking points that I want to talk about. But there are skills that can be used. And actually, this fight with 3 guys, I probably would be wise to use them. But it's fine.
Double slash.
Summon Orc.
Double slash.
He didn't die with both of our basic attacks. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I probably should have used my skills, to be honest. Really fucking myself with this one. Face me! Yeah, just go ahead and do that. That's fine.
Come on! Face me!
Face me! It's applying damage down. We should get rid of that asshole. I kind of wish Dunstan would have attacked first. Oh well. Well, gosh darn it. Anyways, oh, he's dead. This actually might kill this guy too. Except for I have my lowered attack. Well.
Double slash.
I'm not playing very well, so Don't take my current play skill as representative of the product. We can try a fight. We can try to do this a little bit better. So like, yeah, he's aware. That's fine. I'll wait a little bit longer. See if he joins eventually. If not, then we'll just chat about it anyways. I'm sure he'll probably watch the archive whenever he has time. So he'll hear me say it no matter what. It'd just be nice to have him here so it can be a discussion and not me just, like, sharing my opinions. I'd rather there be a discussion about it so we could hear both sides. I could express my opinion and then he can just be like, oh, well, I did it this way. And then it'd be like, oh, I see now, but maybe it'd be better if you did, you know, a discussion. But, oh well. So, like, ideally with, you wouldn't just tank every hit at full damage. I think the kind of flow of combat of what we have here now is that, like, Dunstan is sort of your tank. This does kind of get repetitive. I do hope that more skills open up, that we are, you know, we're just past kind of, oh, Orc is here! Speak of the devil! Anyways, so... I do hope that more skills will eventually come. I'm sure there will be more skills. We're only past, like, the intro, the prologue. So it's still very early days. But anyways, ideally, you know, you use this Face Me. It increases defense, but it also draws all the attention on him. That's fine. And then we can use something like Demoralize. So we'd want to build up rage with this lady. Since she's not being focused, we could sacrifice some of her health to build up her rage to just get there right away.
Come on! Face me!
Oh, he also has that. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's kind of cool, though. I can't select any other targets. You have to. That's kind of cool. And that also does kind of put a little bit of a wrinkle in my plan. Anyways, we'll just, I guess just attack, build up some rage.
Double slash!
Double slash!
Double slash!
Double slash! I keep wanting to press space to block damage, to reduce damage. That doesn't exist anymore. It's gone.
Double slash! Double slash!
Oh my god. Damage is so reduced. Bro, I'm gonna get wiped by these fucking trash mobs. No, you're going down now. No, you wanted all of my attention. You got it, motherfucker. You wanted this. Man, chat delay is big today. Yeah, I know. I don't know why that is. If I may, personally, I think it would add depth if there was some cost associated with double slash over single slash, as now it's always best to just blindly go for the timed input. I mean, I'd probably need to play more Paper Mario to remind myself, but if I recall correctly, I mean, that was basically the thing with Paper Mario, and I know he's not trying to emulate Paper Mario, but there's been several RPGs who have done the timed input thing. And just Paper Mario is the one that I played, and it's the one that has inspired me the most. I do think it more comes down to not necessarily... You do always want to go for it, but it's also more of a skill thing. According to him, and he can probably vouch for this, I am probably one of only a handful of people who are actually able to get the timing right. I think he wound up... reducing, or I guess you'd say increasing the timing window, maybe, to make it more forgiving, because there's a lot of people who are having trouble with it. And I will say, there's been a few times that I have fucked up the timing because I just got a little too trigger fingers. It's usually I always press the button too early. I don't think I've ever pressed it late. I think there might have been a couple of times where I was just fucking Space Cadet and was like, oh yeah, I gotta push the button. But that's been pretty rare. The few times that I actually messed up the timing was because I'm trigger fingers here like, gotta press it now! And lined up fucking it up.
Double slash! Double slash! Double slash! Double slash!
Actually, I seem to have nailed the timing now. The window is actually only half of what it used to be. Cool. Going much better at it. 17 frames. Yeah, it really is that's kind of surprising to me because it definitely feels longer than that. Really need to kind of heal up here. I had made some huge mistakes. Because I was not playing very well at the start. And credit where it's due, right? Because, like, you know, in other garbage fucking RPG Maker games, you know, you sit there and mash the attack and you can win with that. But here, you might be able to get far doing it, but you're not going to be able to win. You might get it through a few fights, but it's going to come back to bite you, right?
Double slash! Come on! Face me!
The stupid menu music plugin still doesn't play nice. Are you back working with Doom again?
Double slash!
Glad to hear you're back with them again. Oh, see? I just fucked up the timing right there. It happens.
Double slash! Double slash!
And still, I keep wanting to do defense.
Double slash!
Really never stopped? Well, I thought there was a time where you weren't working with him anymore, because I thought he had moved on to other projects or something. I don't know. I'm not part of your team. I don't keep up with this shit.
Double slash!
It would be really cool.
Face me!
It would add a nice layer of strategy if you could, like, control who will take their action first, because I would much rather... Well, I suppose in this case, it doesn't matter who went first, but there are some times where it's like, I would rather, you know, that guy go first so he can apply the debuff, so then the other guy can go and then, you know, do the attack that does extra damage because they're debuffed now.
Double slash!
Double slash!
Double slash!
Double slash!
Double slash! Double slash!
Dude just went silent for a bit, so I was low-key looking for maybe a second one, but didn't find any. Yeah. I see now. Yeah, that's one of the things I worry about. There's not that many people out there who are working with RPG Maker who are actually, you know, good programmers. God, I worry that, you know, like if Mac is like, man, I got a real job I gotta attend to. I can't help you anymore. It's gonna be like, fuck. What do I do now? Oh, it's the Gobbo. Gobbo, you again. How'd you get past all those skeletons? Skeletons, pah, Gobbo too quick, too sneaky. Gobbo zip past while Bonesies look other way. Set up shop here. Good spot, yes, yes. You need Gobbo's help again, Gobbo think. You've got Guts setting up here with the place crawling with skeletons. What are you offering this time? Same help, same help. Gobbo make bag bigger. Trade shiny gems for shiny coins. You like? Yes, yes. I don't know what the bag space is, though. I don't remember. You take these too. Thanks, Gobbo. You really know how to show up when it counts. Gobbo's smart. Gobbo knows where to be. Yes, yes. I go now. But cheer you. Good luck. I don't know what the... Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the backspace does. Right now, these menus are... I assume a work in progress, because I can't even read what the tabs are until I tab over them. More aid kits? Oh. No, he's gone now. Well, fuck it. It's fine. Let me try to get to the town. The goblin speaking origins is really nicely done. Stand strong, soldiers! Oh, hey! I remember you showing this part off in the Discord. You showed a little video. The town's fate rests on us. We hold the bridge no matter what comes. Let's send these bones back to the dungeon. Charge! How the hell did you guys make it here? If you want to get in town, now's your chance, quickly. By Vamira, a dragon! Run! Wait, was that Skyrim? Ah, the fearsome dragon. Oh no! Oh no, 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 no! That's a dragon, a real dragon! How can you even... What do we even do? We hit it! Can we even? Shut it, Dunstan! If you've got breath to babble, you've got breath to fight! Right, fight! Totally! I mean, how hard could it be? It's just a massive fire-spewing death lizard. Keep your nerves in check or that thing's gonna eat you alive. You hold its attention. I'll find a way to bring it down. Hold its attention? How? Offer it snacks? Maybe sing it a ballad? You're a warrior. Act like it. Blade up. Eyes open. Fight! Right. Warrior. Got it. Just me and my nerves versus a dragon. Easy. Less talking, more killing. Let's go. Watch me fuck this motherfucker. Alright. First, we get its attention. We're gonna piss you off.
Come on! Face me!
Use those skills. Won't be getting through this shield. Then... wait. I want her to get her rage up, so just chill out for a moment. We need to make sure that she's got her rage.
Double slash!
Double slash!
Double slash!
You can stack rend? Oh, to extend the duration. Oh, well, that's fine. I don't care about that. Alright, then we do that. And then we do this. Damage down. Defense down. You're fucked, Mr. Dragon.
Double slash! Double slash! Double slash! Double slash!
Yeah. Alright, alright, we gotta reapply our effects. Tell you what, let's do that. You still need more rage. Man, I had when the other dude was here, he had a stun. he had a stun, and it kind of helped me extend my combo. Which made it easier. Like, I could keep attacking with the orc girl to build up rage without having to use enrage too much. Like, once I only had to use enrage once at the start of combat, and then from there I could just keep the combo going of focused on Dunstan, and then once the focus was off of him, I could stun the enemy, which gave me 2 more turns to build up rage, and then by the time the stun was off, I could do Dunstan's attention grabbing thing, and all the rage was built up again on the orc. Yeah, it was perfect, but now that whole combo has been busted. So we'll just, I don't know, just eat some damage here. That's fine. And you are the one stopping this thing from turning you into kindling. You're welcome. Talk later, fight now. Finally, someone who gets it. Alright. We have... Did I? Oh no, we did the defense down. Face me! Demoralize! What do you got for magic? Sure. Oh, on... Put it on Dunstan, because he's going to be tanking a lot of... a lot of hits. See, this is where I'm talking about, like, being able to set their turn order. That would be pretty cool. I could have applied the... I could have had her go first, although I don't know what her speed is. Oh, but then there's, I guess, the factor of... Yeah, I don't know. I guess that would complicate things quite a lot, huh? Anyways, what are we gonna do here? We got a shield up. We'll just do the double slash. We demoralized him, right? Yeah, do that, and then just a glacier. Do we got another double slash? Is she gonna say double slash? Double slash! Oh wait, does she not have a button press? Or did I miss it? I was talking. Damn it. Shut up, Nolan!
Double slash! Double slash!
Okay, it was there. Got it. Got it. No problem. Alright. Do another face me. Gotta get a little more enrage going. You know, we'll just add a little more barrier on him. You know,
Come
just
on! Face me!
oh, she's dead. I got too risky with the rage. Damn it. Fuck. Well, that's a hole in my plan. Well, shit. Alright, well, it's gonna be fine.
Double slash!
Roasted. Yeah. Kind of forgot about the big fire blast.
Double slash!
I like how she's still she's still taking damage while dead. Just to add insult to injury. I hear orc roast is delicious this time of year. Flying too close to the sun with the enrage. My bad. Face me.
Come on! Face me!
Did I miss it? Come on. You know what? Just in case. You know, in case he decides to roast someone again, we'll just take care. Oh. Oh, that doesn't. Oh, cool. And I still get to go. I still get to act. Very nice. Will you apply this in time, or is he gonna do his fire thing again?
Double slash.
He's gonna do his fire thing again. Well, shit. Don't die. Alright. He's not dead. Just very close to dead.
Double slash.
Okay, I fuck. Why do I fuck up the timing with hers? Funny how her debuff still bleeds or dry even when dead. Keep it. Don't change it. It needs to stay that way. When they're dead, you need to suffer. A grim reminder of your mistakes. You're the one who applied the enrage. You're the one that made her bleed. It's your fault.
Double slash.
Oh, I need to apply the stupid thing again. Oh, I got it right, even though I kind of just button mashed there for a sec. Face me. Here, use the first aid. Like with AD&D, that you lose HP after reaching 0 and die completely at -10. I guess it's like maybe a knockout state. Man, if there is permadeath in here, if you lost your partners, that would be fucked up, man. Just right at the beginning of the game, you lose your fucking second party member. Well, shit. Guess I'm restarting the game. Wrath is here. What up, Wrath?
Double slash.
Aw, he's weak.
Double slash.
He's gonna get one more fire breath in there. All right, we're just going all out.
Double slash.
Go for it. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I really probably shouldn't do that. Okay, never mind. Face me.
Come on. Face me. Double slash.
Okay, well, I probably could have. No such thing. It's just that she's losing increasingly more HP every turn the more her age she got. Yeah. We did it! We did it! Ha! That was one hell of a fight. Let's get to the Lord and tell him what happened here and our home. Your home, what happened there? It was attacked just like here. Monsters out of nowhere. We need answers. I was already planning to report to the Lord anyway. Looks like we're all headed in the same direction. Good, let's not waste any more time. Agreed. The sooner we get to him, the sooner we might get some answers. Mysterious bad guy. Ho 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 ho. I see. So the dragon, it's gone then. You've saved the town. Yes, so give us money, please. Naturally, my lord. Such threats are hardly beyond my capabilities. As your mage in service, it is my duty to ensure the land's safety, though I must acknowledge Thaz and Dunstan's contributions. Their skill in battle was noticeable. Well, Thaz not really. Thaz just kind of laid there and bled out. Thaz just kept getting increasingly angry. Got so angry, just blood vessel popped, down on the ground, hemorrhaging blood, totally useless, nearly cost us the battle. Dunstan and I, on the other hand, what a team! Town is safe, though there were casualties among your men, and now we're here for our reward. Reward, yes. What was the protocol for this sort of thing again? My lord, surely these adventurers understand that their service to the land is its own Oh, fuck off. Heroes need no coin. Yes, we do, to validate their deeds. What a lie. Get to the chopper. Their skill in battle was noticeable. The player, however, the player was totally serviceable. the player took risks and maybe flew too close to the sun. All right, it happens. Heroes need to eat, same as anyone else. I don't know why there for a second, but my mind had totally scrambled, same as anyone, into mayonnaise. For just a brief second, I almost read, heroes need to eat mayonnaise. Our brains do funny things. How dare you demand coin from your lord? We killed a dragon. How much is that worth? Fine, 100 Larry. A generous sum. 100? That's not a lot for a dragon. Generous my ass. Same as mayonnaise. Oh, well, that is to say. Enough! You've been rewarded for your efforts. Now, there's another matter requiring your attention. Another matter? We're done here. If you've got more to say, you better make it quick. You'll go to the dungeon to the west. Investigate it. It's where the monsters are coming from. So now you want us to head off to some dungeon after everything we've already done for you? Is that it? So they don't know anything either. Do your duty. Prepare yourselves in town and head to the dungeon. The land depends on it. You've got some nerve. After everything we've done for you, this is how you repay us? Ormond gave his life for this land. That's the guy who died. He was your knight once, your man. He died fighting for you, and this is how you treat us? He's got you caught up, right? Yeah, he died. There you go. Ormond, yes, I remember him. Enough of that. The matter at hand is the dungeon. Focus on that, milord. Thaz, Dunson, we do what's asked of us. It's our duty, whether we agree with it or not. Fine, but don't think we're doing this for you. We'll prepare, my lord. That bastard. I've met a lot of people I didn't like, but that advisor, he's in a class of his own. And here I thought we'd finally get some answers. Seems like we don't know anything either. Lord Vallow wasn't always like this. I've served him for years, and he used to be decisive, commanding. This distant, passive man we just saw, that's not the Lord I remember. And now he lets that snake speak for him. You really think Vallow's lost his edge? Something's wrong with him. Ever since that advisor appeared, he's changed. It's like he's not fully there. It's no coincidence, then. We're not going to get any answers from them. That much is clear. Then we find the answers ourselves. If they're too clueless or too spineless to deal with it, we'll go into that dungeon and figure it out. Agreed. Whatever's going on, it's more than just escaped monsters, and we're the only ones willing to look for the truth. The dungeon's key. The dungeon's the key to this. One way or another, we'll learn something in there. And if we don't like what we find, I'll take it out on that advisor when we get back. Can I move? I can move. Yeah! Okay. Alright, is there gonna be another cutscene when I go into town? No! Hooray! Okay, let's see if we can find the blacksmith so I can talk about this. Where's the blacksmith? Blacksmith, I found you. Oh, wait, I should probably... Hang on, wait. Just kidding. Hold on, brother. I gotta find... Is this a guild? I don't know, I see a coin. I don't remember what the guild sign is. Is this a guild? Are you a guild? You look guild-like. What up? There you go. Oh, wow, it's just right away. Cool. Right? I mean, I guess you can't really see how many gems you have. Maybe. Maybe you can't. Or I did just exchange them all, so. Alright. I got all my money. Now, we do what we're here for. Okay, so first of all, in this scene, just as a side note, something that would be nice that I'm sure you have already thought about, and I don't even need to point out, so I'm very sorry if I'm just preaching to the choir. But it would be quite nice to know how much money is currently on hand, because at this time, there's no display for how much money I have. I have to exit out and go open up the menu, and I see, I have 1,000 zenny or whatever. Okay, so we know that we can upgrade these dudes. Okay, so here's point number one that I wanted to have a little discussion about. Is this system. So you can, Mr. Orc. Yes, I had that suggestion before, and yes, I'll totally add a money window to this. Okay, cool. Okay, so I've heard, I think you had told me that there have been other people who've played this version, and things have been received really well. So maybe this is a matter of just different preferences. So here's the thing. I didn't really get like a real experience of the previous version of this game because, you know, that we kept running into bugs. First there's like, I think there are two different soft locks. I got soft lock in the tutorial, and then later the first dungeon balancing was off, and then I couldn't proceed because the enemies were just way too tough. So I didn't really get to experience much of the previous version, unfortunately. And I know you had concerns about the randomly generated loot. And so I'm not sure if this was an overcorrection on your part. If people like this very, very linear upgrade path, then that's cool. If that's what they like, then keep doing it. You got people who do like it, so I'm not here to tell you like this is stupid. I am here to say that I think this is a really boring overcorrection of whatever you had before. This is how you upgrade your gear, where before the version was that you would find randomly generated loot. I know that's difficult to balance. We obviously experienced some of those troubles when I was playing, because if I recall correctly, like one of the first loot drops that I got was armor that was worse than my starting gear. So obviously there needs to be some adjustments that are done to the, you know, to the balancing of that, and that will take some balancing, and it raises a lot of questions because you don't know. When all the loot is randomly generated, you don't know what the player's power is going to be at certain points because all the gear they have is randomly generated. So I realize that's a tough challenge. And by doing this, it certainly makes it a lot easier because you kind of know how many fights are possible, and maybe they could grind and level up higher, but you know that they'll probably likely never be too far below or too far higher than a certain range, right? So I get that this is a lot easier, but it's boring. There's not really any choice to be made here other than I have money, I upgrade armor. I don't find it as interesting or satisfying, personally. And to me, it feels like a very, very gross overcorrection on the random loot. I'll leave it up to you on... You know, obviously it's your game, so how you want to handle that, that's definitely up to you. You said that other people have enjoyed this version of the game. So maybe this is the right direction. But, you know, one thing that I always try to consider, like when I'm making my own game, is like what kind of choices are the player is the player going to be making? And I feel like here, there's not much of a choice. I mean, I guess you could pick which character you upgrade, but like, it's not much of a choice. Like, obviously, you might upgrade Dunstan 2 levels above the rest because, main character syndrome. You always upgrade the main character the highest, right? You dump all the good stuff on the main character. But I would say, like, at 2 levels above, the cost would be so high, it would probably just be more valuable to most players to just upgrade the other mooks in the party. So, I don't know. It's not as interesting. I don't think this is as satisfying. I want to balance some stats for fun. Yeah, Wrath. So, this was one of the things that I thought that was pretty disappointing with this new version, is that I don't actually think this is a step in the right direction for Dungeon Rummage. To explain to everyone else, because we haven't actually done a dungeon yet. So, obviously this begs the question of what role do the dungeons play? Because previously, the dungeons were the places that you went to find random loot, and to get the gear to level up your guy. But now, what role do they play other than the story part? And to answer that question is basically now when you go to the dungeons, everything just drops gems. And that's why I wanted to find the guild. You take these monster gems, and you take them to the guild, and then they convert the gems into cash. So basically, it's just an extra step in order to get cash. That's fine. I'm not saying that there's any problem with that. I like that there's some sort of... I don't know. The conversion kind of... I don't know. It tickles a part of your brain. It's like, oh, well, how many coins is all these gems gonna add up to, stuff like that. Like, that's totally fine. I'm not saying anything like that. But to basically summarize what the system is, it's basically you go to the dungeons to basically just get cash, and then you leave and you spend that cash to upgrade your gear. I totally see your point, and I have had people ask if the upgrade system is the only thing that's there too. I asked you that. I have to think about what I can add to that, but overall, I'll not go back to like random loot. I see. No, the waifu will get upgraded the most. Okay, you're right. The waifu will probably get upgraded the most. I don't know. Yeah, I guess she might be waifu material. She's got some boobies. What are those, D's? She got a pair of D's on her. Anyways, I don't know. And I don't know if this is the right answer. I feel like we're lounging back right now. Hang on. There we go. We're gonna bring in the SM58. I don't know if this is the right answer for you or not. But like, at least in like a lot of your traditional JRPGs, you go to town. Some like muscle mommies, so maybe Thaz is wife too. All right, fair enough. anyways, so I don't know if this is the right answer for you, but I think of like a lot of traditional JRPGs where basically you go on a grand adventure where you're always going to like the next town and whatever, and you get there and there's the store there. And at the store, they usually offer some new equipment. And we could basically sum up that whole system there as pretty similar to what you're doing. You've just streamlined the upgrade process. You get to the new town, and then you buy all the new equipment to upgrade everyone. But, depending on the JRPG, sometimes they offer a couple of different tiers or variations on equipment. Also, they have equipment broken down into multiple parts. So overall, the total cost of getting everyone up, geared up, is usually pretty expensive. So you will have to make some choices about what gear you're going to buy and what gear you can just, forget. Maybe you'll find some better gear in the dungeon anyway, so you're not going to worry about that. So, you have that. And I don't know if that's the right answer for Dungeon Rummage, but it's just worth considering that, like, even with classic JRPGs, there was some sort of a choice to be made there, even if you could summarize it as you're just going to the town like this to go to the blacksmith and buy all the better equipment.
you're basically spending money to upgrade your stats. It's just that there is a little bit more choice involved. You know, deciding on what it is that you want to pick and upgrade. So this was basically one of my more disappointing parts of the new direction for Dungeon Rummage. Is like I said, I don't like this system because it's just a little bit too streamlined, too simplified. There's one other disappointing part that I wanted to talk about as well. Now I do need to I should actually probably, before I talk about that other point, I guess I should probably play a little bit more because I don't know. I don't know. I should play a little bit more just to see. I want to see if things have changed from here because I think this might be like the main town. So maybe from here there might be some similarities to the version that I played. I'm not really sure. I guess we'll find out, and that's why I'm saying is I need to play a little bit more. So why don't we put the SM58 to the side for a second, and then get back to playing, and then we'll chat some more. All right.
Oh yeah, I guess I should show that off. I like this. It's pretty cute. The little running. Oh, you can't even see. There we go. I like the little running 2 sprite. I think I remember you trying to work on this, but it's paid off. It's cute. It's a cute little addition. I just kind of want to remove mouse movement altogether, and I'm sure there will be some people who, in the RPG Maker community, that complain, but outside of the RPG Maker community, it'll probably just make sense. Or I'll just piss people off. I don't care. How do I... Here, right here, where the path goes. I restored my 8 kits. Hooray! I guess I can't go to the bar? Yeah, that's blocked off. Alright. So maybe now that I'm equipped, I can just leave town? And take or leave mouse movement. Oh, there's a chest there. I gotta get that chest. I need that chest. I had even disabled mouse movement in my game for a moment. For quite a while. I think in the beta test that people played, mouse movement was disabled. I don't remember why. There was some sort of problem I ran into with that. So I wound up having to disable it. No swimsuit DLC though, because Germany. Pretty much every map. Alright. Oh, gotta get that money. Gotta open those chests. The dungeon is west, according to Advisor. Okay, so this might be the change that I thought it might be. That was something I wanted to talk about. I suspect so. Although I don't know if this is necessarily a bad change. I need Homie, you know me. I always need that chest. What happened here? It's like everything's just dead. Dead? No, not quite. This is the influence of an undead dungeon. It twists its surroundings to reflect its nature. So this isn't something we can fix? Fix? Why would you? This is the dungeon's natural state. It exists as it is, unchanging, unyielding. Amazing chest ahead. Better to think of it as a border. Past here, nothing lives. That's unsettling. You'll see worse. Consider this as an introduction. Keep moving. Right on. Oh, I guess it does kind of beg the question now. What role beyond just getting money. Like dungeons now almost kind of feel like something like that should be like a Zelda kind of thing. So, okay, so we got a golden skull. So there's like a gimmick here. Okay, that's what I was just about to say. All right, that's a lot of fucking dudes. Holy nuts. I don't know, just enrage and put the barrier on him because he's gonna be tanking a lot of damage.
Come on! Face me!
Face me! Wow, that does a lot of damage. We already fought a dragon every fight after this should be easy, right? And I'm forced to gosh, there's 3 warriors too. They could all pull this shit. Okay.
Double slash! Double slash!
Man, what a difficulty spike. I fucked the... God, why do I always fuck it up with the mage? Holy shit.
Double slash! Double slash!
What? No, no way! I got the timing right. That motherfucker! Face me. You have enough. Do it. And I don't know, just put a barrier on.
Come on! Face me!
Dungeon 2 might need some more adjustments to the enemies. Already half the amount of encounters. Myself has no issue getting through here, so not sure. Oh god, he did the... Look, this skeleton's so close to death, but this jackass did the fucking... What a bastard! Not sure what difficulty spike. You had up to 3 when fighting with only Thaz and Dunstan. Now you got 3 characters, so it's 5 enemies sometimes. I guess so.
Double slash! Double slash!
It definitely feels pretty intimidating, though, to just have 5 enemies suddenly. How did I not get the timing right? You've got to be fucking kidding me. All right, this jackass here is going down.
Double slash! Double slash!
Sake. What is it about the stupid fucking mage that fucks with me with the timing?
Double slash!
Aggro, let's see. An AoE would be nice against so many enemies. Yeah, aggro control becomes exponentially more useful with more party members. Face Me is very powerful. I discovered pretty early on that Face Me is pretty powerful. Also for the enemies as well. Maybe so. Maybe it's because the mage doesn't run up. I don't know, I guess, but yeah, I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be the run-up, but there isn't as much telegraphing, I guess. And I think it's also, there's another aura that's already around her when she's casting, right? There's like a blue aura, and I think that, like, there's only one aura you have to pay attention to, which is the white aura. But with the mage, there's already a blue one there, so it sort of like camouflages the aura a little bit. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. It might need some tuning, but I do think it's good to have like each character feel at least slightly different, right? So it's not necessarily a bad thing, just needs a little bit of adjustment. Oh, and it just opens up this. Oh, okay, I see. Okay. Ah, that's some good music right there. Gosh, I wonder who wrote that. Okay. Yeah, we'll just go ahead. No, I didn't mean to top her up. Oops. Well, shit. Well, I guess you could use a little health. Make up for that death earlier. The input's gonna diversify once you get the skill upgrades. Not in the demo. Okay. Can I touch this thing? No. What's this way? Okay. Can I get that big chest? I want that big chest. Give me that big chest. Yeah! Give me the skull. You can also find Gobbo in town in case you want to upgrade the bag more and whatnot. Okay. Face me! Just kill this jackass, because he's gonna do face me as well.
Face me! Double slash! Double slash!
Yeah, see, when you get the timing right, it's no problem. And when there's only two. You there. Give me that chest. Talk to me. I'ma fuck you up. Face me.
Double slash! Come on! Face me!
He's dead. Get them gobbo gummies, yo. Facing two enemies is cake after the 5. Yeah, exactly. I feel like the 5 encounter is fine. You are technically right with 3 party members. Fine, 5 is fine. There is a psychological side to it where it's pretty intimidating. It also extends the battle quite a lot because there's a lot of dudes who gotta do an animation. But you know, it's fine to have the occasional group of 5 in there. But maybe not right at the start of the dungeon, or at least not right at the start of the second dungeon. You know, maybe if it's like the 3rd or 4th dungeon. Yeah, okay, cool, whatever. But this is kind of like the first dungeon with the training wheels off, right? And boy, did those training wheels come off, I guess.
Double slash.
Oh, is it randomized? I pressed the thing too early. I didn't realize it was randomized.
Double slash.
I guess it's something I should consider because I think my troops are kind of set up the same as well. It's a dungeon, bro. No rules. I need 2 skulls. See, I have a brain. What's this? It looks like a slime. I guess it's maybe just a puddle. I don't have a skull. You have a skull. Give me your skull.
Double slash. Double slash.
Oh, I probably should have done face me. But, oh well, it's fine.
Double slash. Double slash.
Double slash. Guard. I fucked up the button press again. The enemies and amount are both random. Just got unlucky, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. I heard a door open, but I don't see any doors that open. Can I grab the skull, though? Oh. Oh. I thought I was going to be sneaky about that. What if I grab this one? It locks you in place. Damn it. Wait. Give me this. Hang on. Just chill out for a moment. I think this door opened over here. Face me! Face me! It's 5 again! Damn it! Enrage, magic, barrier.
Come on! Face me!
Oh, what happens if 2 of them use face me? Can I pick between them? Or will it just prioritize whoever the last one... Oh, I can pick between them. Well, we'll just go with Mr. A.
Double slash! Double slash!
Did I time it? Yeah, I got it. I was a little bit trigger happy with it, but I still got it. People be like double slash, but Nolan's like face me. Yeah, that's the real killer here, man. Face me is super OP. It's the right strat. If anyone else is doing otherwise, they're fucking dumb.
Double slash!
I say that as I started the stream off just doing double slash. I wanted to do, yeah, there we go.
Come on! Face me!
Skelly gang just trying to loot, man. Leave them alone. No loot for them. It's my loot. For fuck's sake!
Double slash! Double slash!
See, sometimes when I press it early, or I feel like I press it early, it actually goes.
Double slash. Double slash.
Oh, I was space cadetting there for a moment, but I still got the timing right.
Double slash. Double slash.
Didn't get the timing right there, but that's okay. He's dead anyways. Maybe looking for that milk. Have no skin. Get him. Give him a break. Gosh, I need 3 skulls? But I didn't find another skull. I got 2 skulls, right? Oh, I see. Okay. Right on. I'm using that brain. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Hold up. I'll be right back. An amazing chest is calling for me. Is it? It's this way, right? Yeah, I think it's this way. Yeah, yep. We put one there, one there. We got that door open, and the amazing chest. It awaits us. An amazing chest. Alright, fight this dude. At least it's only 4 guys this time. Alright. So I would say, kind of like with the 5-man army, I guess you said earlier that you'd already reduced the number of encounters, which is probably a good enough solution. I would say that, you know, a 5-man encounter builds up battle fatigue quicker than you know, other fights. So if you can't account for, I don't know, I feel like 5-man encounters should almost be scripted. I would like, I don't know how you have the random encounters set up. Like for me, the way that I have it set up, there's just a common event for each level, and that common event just contains all of the battles for that level. But I'm able, within that common event, I also divide it up based on like the character's abilities. So like kind of at the beginning of the game, you know, you're going to be fighting just kind of like just small squads. This is also pretty important since I only have 1 party member in my game. So like a squad of 5 is like big deal. I want to make sure that when you're fighting a squad of 5, it's either, you know, a scripted battle, or it's going to be late in the game when you have AoEs or whatever to better manage a higher party count. Either way, I don't know how you handle it, but I might even like separate it into like 2 different groups where you have like a small troop common event and like a big troop common event, and then maybe even like you could say like, oh, this enemy here and that enemy there will be big troop common events, and then all the other encounters just have small troop common events. I don't know how you have it set up. You also said you reduce the number of encounters already, so that might be a good enough solution. That is less complicated too. So maybe that's the answer. Yeah, I think an AoE is a good call here. Lania needs more mana spenders anyways. That was a nice quick little puzzle for that amazing chest. Hell yeah, 1 dude on the map could be 5 dudes. I mean, this is just how it goes. Just gonna kill the warriors.
Double slash! Come on! Face me!
Well, and what I mean, yeah, you could do that. I mean, kind of what I was saying is like you could put the, fuck, here I am talking. You could put the the 4-man troop and the 5-man troop, or if you have a 6-man troop, who knows? It'd basically be like 4-man and more troops would go in the big troop encounter. And that way it's still somewhat random, but also somewhat scripted, right? You know that's going to be the series encounter, and that one's going to be the series encounter. How serious it is? Who knows? That's the fun of randomness. But anyways, yeah. That's just what I'm saying here.
Double slash! Double slash!
Got the timing right. Yeah! I haven't built up enough rage yet. But I should probably put the barrier on him.
Double slash! Double slash!
Gosh, they just beat up on him before I can get the damn barrier on him.
Double slash! Double slash!
Thank God! Just die already!
Come on! Face me!
It's over!
Double slash! Double slash!
We did it with 7 points of health left! What did I miss? Maybe put the 5 count closer to a boss as a skill check before they face them. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, that would be good as a skill check, but also maybe frustrating if... I mean, it also depends on how, like, telegraphed that the boss is coming up. Like, if I know that the boss is coming up and then there's a difficult fight just before the boss, and then I get wiped or get severely hurt just before the boss, it's going to feel frustrating, I think. And I think a lot of players might feel that way if it's telegraphed that the boss is coming up. They still might feel angry that even if it's not telegraphed and then they do get into the boss fight, then they might feel like, well, if that son of a bitch hadn't been so difficult, you know. I'm gonna rip off Dungeon Rummage and make the main character a cat. Hell yeah, brother. Brainstorming ideas. The original intent was just to step up the difficulty since you had been fighting skeletons already. Having it only be 3 wouldn't make a lot of sense since you now got 3 characters. So progression-wise, the game should become harder. But I guess this doesn't quite work here. It takes too long. Yeah, I don't know what the answer is. Like I said, I think part of it is just psychological. You're not wrong in the fact that, like, we have 3 characters now, so it's definitely possible to take care of, you know, a group of 5. But there's the, you know, psychological part where it's just a little bit intimidating. There's also, it does make the battle last longer because, you know, everyone has to take their turn, and when, you know, when it's just 6 people taking the turn, your 3 allies and 3 enemies, that's going to be a lot faster than 8 people taking their turn, your 3 allies and 5 enemies, right? Boss fight is 12 skelly dudes. Oh, I think reducing the 5 gang and giving Elenia and AoE would solve most of it. Yeah, probably. So maybe there's no point in me just harping on it. You'll get it figured out, my man. Oh, we got some puzzles here. Gotta push this. Ah, yeah. We push that so we can take our skull. Fight me. It'd be a good spot to introduce AoEs to player and let them play with it. So here's my thing, and maybe that's okay. It might not be such a big deal, but I would also say this is sort of the first... I guess it's a dragon. Yeah, it's probably fine. Gosh, it's 5 again. For fuck's sake. I was just talking about this. Alright. Just go all out. Get this done as quickly as we can.
Face me!
Oh, that doesn't affect all of them. That's pretty good for a boss, but maybe not now. Did I use Enrage? I think I did, but I need to do 1 pursuit to build up enough rage.
Double slash! Double slash!
Damn chat message distracted me! Training wheels technically came off in the rainy section. Fair enough. Well, yeah, I know. But I can totally introduce more skills earlier. Just gotta think about how I want to do it. I was thinking the existing ones might suffice for the demo, but I guess change is necessary. But hey, this is why we do this. Yep, I myself can get through here just fine, but that's not everyone. Obviously, Nolan's doing it, so it's not that big of a deal. Being able to do it is one thing, but also being able to enjoy it is another thing. You know, after a while, this, you know, it does start to kind of grate. This is a problem with RNG, as I very, very well discovered with my own demo, is that RNG is fun, but also it can be fun. It can also really shit all over someone's experience. You have to really try to put some control into your RNG. Everywhere. Anytime you do randomness, there's got to be some control. Otherwise, there's going to be people who have a really good time, and there's going to be people who have a really bad time.
Double slash! Double slash!
Oh, I meant to do... Oh, well. Fuck's sake. Gosh, and this asshole is still not dead yet. Fuck! Oh, and he did the shit, mother... God! Oh, I should have just done the barrier, honestly. Damn it. Fuck! Hey, at least I got the timing right, but I'm targeting the wrong damn enemy! This guy, he's almost dead. I want him dead.
Double slash!
There.
Double slash!
I guess he's next. I would have preferred if it was a warrior, but whatever. How are we doing? All right, doing fine. I should probably put the barrier up on him. What did I miss here? Exactly, this dungeon is like easily twice the time the first one took, I would think, and that's kind of a big jump. I mean, yes, I think it's just more of the balance of encounters and everything else. As you already said, you reduce the encounters, so that may, like I said, that may just be enough, is reducing the encounters. People who play RPGs like battles, I don't know how true that is. I mean, they like battles. They like a balance of the components that make RPGs. I feel like RPGs, well, at least when we're talking about turn-based RPGs, turn-based RPGs don't do any one thing super well, except maybe story. But there are people like me who don't really come to the game for the story. The story is a nice cherry on top, but I'm not there for the story. I'm there for, you know, the game. And I feel like RPGs, or turn-based RPGs, don't typically do any one thing super well. They just do, like, there's nothing like, oh my god, yeah, it's so fucking cool, yeah, man, it's the best fucking mechanics I've ever seen. Like, it's never gonna be that. It's gonna be like, that was fine. That was it. And it's just making that acceptable, fun, fine experience. It's good enough, right? And just making sure that everything is in balance. When everything is in balance, the whole game feels fun. But when anything is out of balance, too many battles, too much exploration, too much talking, it's like everything suddenly just goes to hell, and it's not a fun experience anymore. I think the fact it's the same troop over and over doesn't help. Nice to have you here, by the way. A little more variety than the same 3 skeletons throughout would help. Or again, just a reduction in the number of enemies. Because it wouldn't feel as repetitive if you're not fighting them as often, right? So just reducing the number of enemies, again, would reduce the repetitiveness of it. Also, hey everyone. Yeah, hey. I just noticed the Skelly's walk sound effect, and I love it. Yeah, the second one. I also like it. I think a lot of the sound effects are pretty nice in the game.
Double slash! Double slash!
Because like even when you hit the skeletons too, there's a nice crunchy sound to it.
Double slash! Double slash!
Alright, we're just gonna focus this guy down.
Double slash!
No more talking.
Double slash!
How did I... For fuck's sake.
Double slash!
We're just gonna kill him.
Double slash!
You've got to be kidding me. Holy shit!
Double slash!
Okay. The elite action sequences are great. Short and snappy. Yeah. I see, but I'm gonna block that off. I have to go around, though. Yeah, I get it. Huh? Oh. Okay. Let's grab this one. And then that one. Grab that. Kinda done with the fighting, so I'm just gonna leave him there. Open this up. Grab that. That path open. I'm sure I'll need that. Oh. Boat. Okay. Oh, go away. I don't want to fight. Oh, leave me alone. For fuck's sake, and it's the... What are you... Why do you do this to me? Why is it the 5 again? The 5 takes so long to kill. Holy shit. Especially when I fuck up the goddamn action sequences. Face me. For fuck's sake. Just do it. Just do it. Just freaking barrier.
Come on! Face me!
Gosh, she's down to 24 health. Oh, they're all archers. There's no... Okay, well... Alright, I probably should have gone for them. Oh, I can still reset. Let's go for the mage first.
Double slash! Double slash! Double slash! Double slash!
Hang on, I'll read chat in a second. If I read chat, I'm gonna fuck up the button press timings. I'm very focused.
Double slash! Double slash! Double slash! Double slash! Double slash! Double slash!
Alright, there we go. Random my ass. The random troop size between 5 and 5. This is the archer game, yeah. Bro, I'm out of fucking first aid kits too. This is some fucking horseshit, man. And if it's not selecting 5, it automatically goes back to 5. Pacing-wise, it feels like there should be a boss soon, huh? Yeah, well, it feels that way because we've been stuck in battles of 5. Leave me alone! I'm done fighting you. Well, why are you coming this way? Go, shoot! Oh, for fuck's sake, is he gonna be stuck there? Go, 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 go. Alright. I'm gonna have to fight that guy if I want that chest, probably. Go, 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 go. Go, go. Yeah! He seems to be stuck on something. Fine by me. Whoa! Juke ya! Yeah! Didn't see that coming, did ya? Go. Go. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. You have to press the action button. Looks just like the room I saw with Orman. Ah, Slotty, your senses were right. Has the same kind of altar too, and it's empty as well. Empty? That's what's waiting for us after fighting through all those monsters, an empty chunk of rock? You've seen another altar like this in a different dungeon? Curious. The connection might be the altar. Yeah? A connection to what? So far, this feels like a waste of time. The last time I saw one of these, my hometown was attacked by monsters after we found the altar. Then this is more than just some empty room. I don't know why I ended that with a question mark. If this thing costs that, we'd better figure out what's going on before it happens again. Precisely. If both dungeons had altars left bare, then their emptiness may be the cause. It's as if their balance has been disrupted. This could explain why the monsters are leaving the dungeons entirely. But why would someone take whatever was supposed to be here? What's the point? Perhaps to disrupt the balance. See, they're talking about balances. I was just talking about balance. Eliana here knows a thing or two about designing RPGs. Either way, we'll need to report this. If this is all we've got, guess it's time to kick the advisor's ass. Boss time. Excellent level design, Orc. I like it. Yeah. The boss chills here for sure. There he is. Cloaked man, robed man, black robe man. So you found it, but you've missed the true prize. Were you looking for this? Who are you and what's with the glowing rock? We are the children of Vimera, the true heirs of this world. This core is the key to everything. Children of who? What nonsense is this now? You think you understand, don't you? The dungeons, the treasures, the monsters, all distractions. The mother of dungeons is trapped, imprisoned, and we're going to set her free. Set her free? You mean Vimera, the goddess? She's in the world's core, healing it after her sister. Exactly. The story you've been fed, that she embedded herself in the core to heal the world. It's all lies. The truth is, she was never meant to heal anything. She was meant to rule. Her sisters abandoned her, leaving her trapped in the core, helpless. Sure. So, you think freeing her will solve everything? That'll go well, I'm sure. She's been held back for far too long. The world is crumbling under its own weight. The dungeons were never meant to heal it. They were meant to prepare it for her return. Let me guess. The world's gonna burn, chaos reigns, blah, blah, blah. You people always say that. You're not getting a single step closer to your goddess, buddy, bucko, friend, guy. You'll see. The weak will fall and the world will be reborn. It's inevitable. Whatever you think you're doing, it's not happening. We're not letting you free anything. Time to shut this lunatic down. We've had enough of your crazy talk. To be continued. I guess that's the end of the demo then. But sure is. No bosses. Your spidey senses were wrong. Fuck you. Alright. Cool. You know, I surprisingly got a lot of content out of that. I actually got to the end. No one did that with my with my demo. What a bunch of fucking assholes. What, no one likes me? No one thinks I'm good enough? No one wants to play to the end of my game? What a bunch of fucking jackasses. That's all I say. Bunch of fucking jackasses. All of you are jackasses. Alright, anyways, this is time to lounge back. Let's put some tunes on. Get those tunes going. Where are the tunes? What do we got in here? We got some tunes. We got block rockin' beats as well. Let's put on some block rockin' beats. Back with one. No, I messed that up. Back with another one of those block rockin' beats. Shuffle. Put that one on. Okay. All right. Anyways, not a bad game. Needs boss fight. The boss is your blue balls. Yeah. I missed I like the skull puzzle. It builds through the level. Pacing is nice. Rewards for exploring in good spots. Yep. Freestyle. I got no freestyle for you. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, but there was something else I wanted to talk about. So another big loss for Dungeon Rummage as well in this major overhaul of the game
is that there used to be a different intro for the game that I feel like was more effective. In the previous version, it was like less than a 1 minute little cutscene that had no dialogue, and it like explained everything you needed to know about the main character, and that's been cut, and I think it's a huge loss for this game because, first of all, the fact that everything could be explained without dialogue, super fucking cool. It's always nice whenever someone's able to pull that off. When you think about like the less than 5 minute intro to Up, the movie Up, and it brought people to tears, and there wasn't a single line of dialogue in it, right? That shit's pretty fucking cool when you pull it off right. And I feel like that was accomplished, and unfortunately that intro was cut, and I don't know if the replacement really is a really good replacement for that. You got more dialogue. Sometimes there was Orman, the guy that I mentioned who had died. There was some like friendly banter between Dunstan and Orman that I thought was okay, but once again, it's like it's stuff that's being told which is fine, but there was Dunstan's motivations had been established quickly and easily through one cutscene without any dialogue. And the dialogue that was there between Orman and Dunstan was fine. It was passable. It's not going to be winning any awards. But I guess it did the job well enough to establish that they're buddies, and I could see a little bit of me and my own best friend. Whenever we go to bars, I could sympathize. I could get that feeling. Sympathize, empathize. I could empathize with this situation. So it's not like it's all terrible, but I still feel like what it's been replaced with just doesn't really compare. I don't know. I'm sure it's tough to come up with those kind of scenarios where there's basically no dialogue, but I feel like I don't know what the answer is. Maybe that was the right choice because I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know what the right choice is here, but I can say that I'm disappointed that that's gone, and a lot of the intro just didn't have the same kind of impact as the original intro that I had played. Game dev balling. My homeboy Nolan playing Dungeon Rummage, trying to get that lootage. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Anyway, so that was gonna be like my other major complaint. Sifting through the grunge. I'm rummaging through the dungeon. Are you guys? No. Did I put shuffle tracks on? It just played the next track in the playlist. What's up with that? It's supposed to be a shuffle. Anyways, that's fine. Anyways, so that's kind of like my other major complaint was just that, I didn't like that the intro was gone, and then also, I didn't like the whole linear upgrade path for the whatever. It's gone simply because the story isn't the same anymore. Dunstan is now just living in the village, not growing up on that farm, trying to become a hero anymore. I guess so. I don't know. I feel like you could still kind of work with that. You might need to adjust the intro slightly, but from what I remember, I feel like they could coexist together. I don't know. Anyways. That was one of my disappointments when I played this version of the demo, and then the other disappointment is the one that I think is probably far more important. Like the intro thing is like it's not gonna make or break the game. Honestly, it's not even gonna matter because there's going to be only a few people who actually saw that OG intro, and only some of them might think that it's a loss, that it's gone now. So obviously, you know, the rest of the people who are going to be buying the game, who are going to be picking it up on Steam, aren't even going to have any knowledge of that anyway. So it's not a make it or break it kind of thing. I do feel like if that intro was there, I think that kind of intro would leave a more meaningful impact for a first impression for anyone who just picked up the game. But I think the more meaningful thing towards the game's design is what I already talked about. It's the linear upgrade path by, you know, you just go to the dungeons and you just get money to upgrade your gear, and there's not a lot of thought behind it. We already talked about that. So anyways, that was my other big disappointment. I think that's something that does actually need adjustments, in my personal opinion. And especially if you said that you had other people who brought it up. Then yeah, maybe that's definitely something that you want to look into. And I guess the other thing is, I don't know if this is really a criticism or anything that I'd have, but just more, I guess, of an observation between the previous version and this version is, you know, in the previous version there was kind of an overworld, and it looked like there's going to be kind of a more freeform, non-linear kind of design to it, which I thought was pretty cool. That does also come with its own challenges as well, especially since back then you also had random loot. You know, it's already hard to account for what the player's power might be if there's even linear progression. Then you add in the random loot, and now it's just like, it's the player's status is a complete black box to the developers. So I understand the challenges behind that. I'm guessing that that's the overworld and the, you know, picking the dungeons on the overworld and the more open design of it is now gone. I think it could be interesting because, you know, I think of like some of the top-down Zelda games. Well, really all of the Zelda games, not just the top-down ones. But I guess because it's RPG Maker and it's top-down, that's just the first thing that comes to mind is that, you know, with Zelda games, is like the dungeons are important, but there's also the adventure between the dungeon, or between the previous dungeon and the next dungeon. There's always a little bit of a journey between those two, a little bit of a sidetrack, a little bit of a quest that needs to happen. And by having a more linear route between dungeons, you can do that now. And I do think that can be interesting. Having a more catered and directed experience between dungeons can become interesting. That is assuming that those in-between parts are interesting, and it's not just the same thing over and over. And also, that each dungeon can also feel unique and have its own gimmick, which I assume so, because, like, the first one was pretty straightforward. It was basically you just go through, you kill stuff. There wasn't, I mean, there was some jumping. I think there were some floor hazards, but it is pretty straightforward, linear, you know, not too much thought. And then this one, you got the skull. You got the skull thing that's going on. So there's a little bit of a light puzzle element to it as well. It also, of course, has its own aesthetic too, which definitely helps a lot too. But as long as each dungeon's not just going in there to kill and get money and then that's it, having its own unique identity through some sort of gimmick, I think helps separate the dungeons apart from like the regular overworld stuff. And by overworld, I'm not talking about the like open world stuff, but I'm just mean like the linear path, the journey between whatever the last dungeon was, from the last dungeon to the next dungeon. That whole area that separates, like you have a separation between the mechanics. Is like just the overworld stuff, you have a little bit more story, a little bit more questing, and maybe some battles here and there, and then when you go in the dungeon, that's like mostly battles with some puzzling, you know. Let's see. Yeah, I'm still debating whether or not I want to make an overworld in this version. The new version is more of a linear story game rather than a more freeform dungeon crawler. Yeah, that was the feeling that I was getting from it. And like I said, it's not necessarily a bad thing. They both pose their own challenges that I guess you'll have to figure out. Because I do think the time between dungeons, I feel like it would be more impactful if there was something interesting that happened between dungeons. It's not just finish dungeon, go back to town, upgrade, go back into dungeon, you know? Like, I feel like that would make the gameplay loop feel very repetitive very fast. It's another thing that just needs to be balanced, is like the dungeon is its own part of the gameplay loop, so you want to space out how often that you go to those. So you go to the dungeon, then you have a little bit of a side quest, so that by the time they're finishing the side quest, the player is starting to feel hungry for another dungeon, you know. And I guess that's the other thing too, is that, you know, having something interesting, this is the problem with the linear upgrade system that the random loot sort of solved, is that, like, especially like if you had the separation where like the dungeon is where you get the loot and the overworld is just story, side questing, whatever, is that it would also make players kind of have that desire to go into the dungeon. I think they'd start, like, after doing some side questing stuff or whatever, just questing, I guess you'd say. It's not necessarily side quests, but doing quests, you know, they would start to, you know, want better gear. They want to see whatever the next new interesting thing is at the dungeon. So by the time things are kind of winding down on the overworld part, they're starting to get hungry for more of that dungeon, and that way they can go, you know, then they're looking forward to the next dungeon. So by the time you've done up all the story stuff or whatever, and it's time for it's dungeon time, they're like, yeah, dungeon time. What's this one got? What's this one got? I don't know. Maybe you could almost have like an equipment system, not random loot, just an equipment system instead, where, you know, you get new equipment in these dungeons. I don't know if that would be particularly super interesting. Or maybe a skill. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's, I don't know. I don't know how you have plans for unlocking new skills for your characters. I don't really know enough about your current plan for the game, but so maybe this is out of the scope. Maybe this is not the right way. But like, if each skill does something unique and different, like it really changes up the battle flow. You could almost kind of think of those skills as like the cool gadgets that you would get in like a Zelda dungeon, right? So the cool new gadget that you get in a Zelda dungeon gives you new abilities to explore the map and even kind of change how combat goes. It would be kind of the same thing with a new skill, is it's not just a direct increase in your power. I mean, it would be an increase in your power, but also provide some more horizontal expansion, basically adding to your toolkit as well. So you have more abilities, more things you can do. The sandbox opens up a little bit more for players to do more interesting stuff. And because it adds something new, it's not just a flat, bigger number kind of thing. I feel like maybe that would be more interesting to players. Like, that would be something that I would want, right? It's like, if it's just flat numbers, it starts to get predictable. And of course, numbers are not that interesting because things are just going to be like, you know, the next dungeon is going to be kind of in lockstep with your progression. So it's like those new numbers that I just got are not going to be very valuable when I go to the next dungeon. So yeah, maybe the gear thing is not the right way, but maybe skills or something. I don't know. New tool to play with. Yeah, exactly. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I think there can be something interesting there if you're gonna go the linear route. It's just that I guess my main point is that I would want to make sure that you have at least a little bit of something spacing out each dungeon. So you'd have like, and I think you did that. I mean, your game kind of showed that to me and so if it basically kept up how it is, I do think that would be an effective loop. So, of course, everyone here didn't see the first part of the game. So you didn't really see how long there was between the first dungeon and the second dungeon. I would say there's probably about maybe 40 minutes worth of game content, and that could probably also be shortened down between the two. And I think that might be a pretty fair number. So it's like, for, I don't know, you'd have like, let's just say 100%. 100% is the whole game loop, right? So you'd say, you know, you spend, I'd say 60, 70% in the dungeon, and then you have a 30% cooldown before you go back into the next dungeon. That's the game loop there.
The upgrade system is basically me trying to not to make gear items. I hate that stuff in RPGs. Menuing and browsing through gear is super meh to me. Think of something though. Fair enough. So I don't really know what, I mean, for your preferences, like, I definitely think you should make a game that matches your preferences, because that's where interesting design choices come from, you know? If you're just doing what other people are already doing, or because that's what the genre demands, then it's just stagnant and not that interesting, right? So I definitely agree that do the thing that is what you want, and I think something great will come out of that, because you're going to design something that's fun, that meets the kind of game that you want to play. I would say, though, maybe that's a little bit too strict. There might need to be some menuing at least, I don't know. Menuing, especially in RPGs, is where, like, players can make interesting choices. You know, you could have them equip skills, or I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, I guess. Design it how you want, though. Because like I said, that's where the most interesting choice is. Maybe you can find an interesting choice for players that requires very minimal menuing. I don't know. That's your challenge that you got to find a solution for. So, and it's admirable. Anyways, I feel like I've kind of said all that I can say about the game. You know, I've only experienced those 2 dungeons. It's maybe like 2 hours of gameplay total. So, you know, I have a pretty limited view on what the game is now, and I definitely don't know what it will become. So, I don't know. It's hard to provide to really say much more without knowing much more about the game. I'm sure I appreciate the pointers, though. I can definitely see it has some rough edges currently. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, so you know, to put some positives out there, you know, the levels, the level designs, the map. You already know the maps are good. That's why you're doing it professionally. So I don't even need to tell you that. You know, the maps look good. The levels, I think, are fun enough. They're fun. The puzzle element with the skulls is simple, but it's not like brain dead simple. There's at least a little bit of brain tickling, at least for those who are, you know, completely retarded when it comes to solving puzzle games, which is me. So, you know, it's the right kind of brain tickler there. So, you know, I think those are good. I think the combat is actually interesting, as I had mentioned kind of, you know, at the start of the stream, or at least at the start of when I was playing, that, you know, for the most part, like, you can't just sit there and do your basic attack. It will eventually come back to bite you in the ass. I feel like the balancing is about right on like damage numbers and all of that, where, you know, if you want to just mindlessly do a couple encounters with just the basic attack, that's fine. But, you know, 3rd or 4th encounter, it's like, well, shit, man, health is running low. So, you know, I feel like a lot of the balancing in those numbers there are right, at least with the basic attack and enemies' damage output. And I do like that there's not that many abilities, but it's a good enough sandbox to feel, for the player to feel like they're getting a leg up over the enemy. Like, I'm sure you know this as a designer. We all know this. But, you know, the fun part is feeling like you're the smart guy. You're the one. As the player, I'm the smart one. I'm the smart one. Right? And so when I'm sitting there, like, I was fighting the ogre, which y'all didn't see. This was when Orman died. And, you know, it felt like, and I don't know if this is true or not, and I don't want you to tell me whether it's true or not, it felt like you're supposed to be a fight that is supposed to be a scripted loss. And I mean, and maybe, I mean, it technically still is, but I don't know how you handle it. I don't know if you're expecting the player to knock the ogre down to a certain amount of health before it triggers the scripted event or not. Again, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Let me have my fun feeling like I'm the smart one. All right? But anyways, I don't know how that was handled. It felt like you're supposed to be a scripted fight where you're just expected to lose. But I put up a fight, and I felt like I'm the smart one. Yeah, I'm using... I was talking about that earlier. You know, I would use the... You know, the... Why did I fucking forget what it's called? Face me! I'd use the face me skill, and, you know, it also, you know, increases your defense. So all of the attacks... There's only one boss enemy, and all those attacks are now being focused on Dunstan. And, but all those attacks are now having reduced damage. And then I could further reduce the damage even more with, Thaz's, what is it, like, Scream or Screech or whatever. And then there's also another guy who wound up dying, Orman, who had, like, a stun. And so I was able to balance the, you know, the ogre being distracted with, Dunstan, and then by the time that wears off, I could do the stun, and then, like, through all of this, I would have, like, I was able to build up the TP and the rage and the magic or whatever. I was able to build up all of that, where I was able to build this, like, loop, and it felt like I'm the smart one because I found that loop where I have a dominant strategy that's gonna beat this boss that's supposed to be a scripted battle. But I'm the smart one. I'm the smart one. Right? And that's a good feeling. Whether you mean for it, I'm sure you mean for it. I mean, hopefully you mean for it, because you're the smart developer, as we all are, right? But whether you mean for it or not, that's the feeling you want, right? That's the feeling you want. And I feel like your sandbox of tools that you give the player from the start is the right amount, where it's not overwhelming, but they have enough utility that it allows the player to create those moments where they're like, I'm the smart one. I control this battlefield, right? So yeah, I think that's pretty good, and I would be interested to see how that sandbox expands in the future. But yeah, I think combat is in the right place overall. Yeah. Glad I accomplished the goal with the ogre fight. I was actually thinking about how to handle that when I made it, because a scripted loss, as you see it usually in these games, was not what I wanted. All right, fair enough. I don't know. I mean, so here's the thing, and this is probably just me playing too many RPG Maker games. Hopefully other people are not like this whenever they play your game, but, like, you know, I got in that fight and I was like, oh, this is totally a scripted loss. And I was very tempted to just say, fuck it, I'm just gonna not even care and just go ahead and take the wipe. But then I was like, no, I'm gonna do this. Let's see if Orc accounted for Nolan the Smart. So I went ahead and took on the challenge anyways. But there was part of me that was just like, yeah, just fuck it, I'm just gonna lose. It's a scripted loss anyways. So anyways, but yeah, so I know I pointed out some negative things, but that's because the game is still in development. There's gonna be those rough edges. Well, you said you don't want to know, so I'm not gonna say it. Well, good, don't say anything, because I am smart. I'm very smart. I know how to win at games. I'm the smart one. Anyways. So I know I said there's, you know, I had some negative critiques about your game, but, you know, that's all, it's because it's in beta, it's in development. There's going to be some rough edges. But that's also not to say that there's you know, it's all problem, it's all wrong, it's all terrible. No, I definitely think you got some things right in there. You got a good framework. Now it's just a matter of putting up the drywall, putting on the ceiling, shingling it all up. Add in the wires, hopefully before you put on the drywall. But you know, I'm not a construction guy. Maybe throw a little AC in there if you want. The negatives are what I'm here for, anyways. I mean, it's good to know what you're doing right too. That's the thing, right? we got a lot of people out here who are reviewing games who it's easy to point out the negatives. I did that. I've done that. I do that often. I'm not saying I'm above that. But, you know, when you're always pointing out the negatives, it's hard to know if the other parts are the things that you did right or not. So it's good to know the positives too, so you know the parts that you're doing correctly, so you can hone in on those things. And if you understand why those things are done well, then maybe you can apply that same knowledge into areas where it's not done well. But if you don't know why those things are done well, it's hard to transfer that knowledge.
But of course, it's also hard for some of the games where I've just talked a lot of shit. Sometimes it's hard to even point out what's right.
It's kind of the reason why I've moved away from a lot of RPG Maker stuff, especially like the super like you know, a lot of the people that we find on RM Web, you know, like or RM Web or itch.io, where it's like super ultra indie shit. Where, you know, I've moved away from that because it's like this. I can't say anything positive. It's all terrible, and honestly, I don't want to do that. I'm past it now. I'm past that stage in my burgeoning YouTube career where I just want to sit here and rage at a terrible fucking game. I don't want to do it anymore. It's not fun. I want to play games that I legitimately think are interesting or are doing interesting things, which is why you've seen me move further and further away from that kind of shit, from, you know, how I got started. You know, playing more like commercial titles that have, you know, at least within the store page and stuff like that, it looks like there's effort put into it. Whether that effort pays off or not, I don't know. I still go into them completely blind, but it increases my chances. It doesn't prevent it, but it increases my chances of playing a game where I'm not just fucking miserable the whole time. Well, in Germany, we have a saying, if there's nothing to complain about, it's good enough. So any part you didn't point out is obviously good. Alright. We have a saying, good enough, for the girls I go out with. Alright. Yeah, well, you know, maybe, you know, old sayings like that may not always have the most sound science behind, you know. You're not wrong. I mean, that's the thing is, you know, oftentimes when things are done right, I mean, there's a lot of things in life where it's like if they're done right, no one's gonna notice, right? I think I brought this up when I was playing the, whatever, that previous RPG Maker game I played a couple of weeks ago. Where I had to point out that I felt like their dialogue boxes were done well because they made sure to like split their sentences, or they made sure to fit their sentences all into one message box, and if they needed to, they would do something funky like shrink the size of the sentence to make sure that it fits in there. So, but anyways, you know, it's like it's one of those kind of things. You're not the saying is not wrong because it's like, you know, there are these things where it's like when you do it right, people are not going to complain about it. They don't even notice it. And that's because it was done right. Which is why it's so easy sometimes also as well, is because when it's not done right, we notice that it wasn't done right, which is why we hone in on negative things. And that's why it's so easy for all of us, all those people who do reviews and whatever, who really find it very easy to just start focusing on the negative aspects, because it's easy, right? Because it sticks out like a sore thumb. You're like, well, shit, I didn't like that. But then when it's done right, it doesn't even cross your mind. It doesn't even pass through your mind. We're all victims to this. I mean, when was the last time you went out for a walk and said, this is a well-paved sidewalk, right? When was the last time you went out for a walk and realized, wow, I'm glad I didn't die today because a car didn't run me over? Right? You know, when it's done right, it's not something that just crosses your mind. SG stream feedback is an empty document. This is also why I never get feedback about the music. I would assume it's because the music is fitting for the scene. It would only be brought up if it was poorly done. Yeah.
Actually, there's a few songs that nothing bad. Since we're talking about music, there's a few songs in there actually I thought were pretty nice. Your composer, some of the early stuff you showed from him was kind of hit or miss with me, but also that's because I'm a pretentious musician who is judgmental of other musicians, as we all are. That's our role as musicians, is to judge other musicians and to hate everyone's music because everyone is making their music wrong, and that's why we're making music, is because we're making the right music. So I had there's some of the songs you shared with me early on that I was like, yeah, fine, I guess, but not really wowing me. But actually, when I was playing this, there's a couple of songs I was like, yeah, actually, that's pretty good. Most of the current stuff is just Paratune. Only the dungeons have custom composed music. Oh. Oh, because I kind of like the dungeon music was not my most favorite one. I assume your musician guy also composed or didn't compose. I composed. I assume your musician guy had arranged the menu music, which I think it's a pretty cool rendition of my music, of the fiddle motif. So, anyways, yeah, there we go. We got some positives, we got some negatives. I think you're on the right track. Just more work to be done, as always. That's just the story of game development, huh? So, anyways, yeah, that's fine. I just use whatever I got right now, and Paratune stuff is just great. Yeah, the composer did that arrangement too. How's Fiddle going? It's going. I don't know when we'll see Fiddle again. It is still in development. I don't wanna imply that it's not. But after the last playtest, which was all the way back in summer now, so we're over half a year now. Since then. I had some discussions with some people, some other game developers as well, about its design and stuff like that. And basically, the whole foundation of the game has been completely uprooted. I will say that I feel like, unlike Orc here, to just jab that knife in there and twist it a little bit. Unlike Orc, I do feel like, unlike taking out, I'm not just taking stuff out and overcorrecting on it. I don't feel like that's what I'm doing. I feel like the new change in direction for some of the foundational stuff is a major improvement. I mean, I personally find it pretty satisfying. I have it set up in my little sandbox so far. It's not really established into the main game content itself, but at least in the sandbox, it's pretty fun to play around with. So I think it's interesting. I think it's a cool new direction. I think it makes the game feel more like a good product. It makes it feel elevated beyond just RPG Maker stuff. I think it feels like a real fucking game, I'm probably gonna try and find a better composer if the money allows it. I suppose $30 only. Yeah, it's a cheap price. It's pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap compared to everyone else. That's what I was just saying. It's $30 per hour of work, so most songs are like $90. Actually, that's honestly kind of impressive though, for a dude to be able to complete a song in 3 hours. That's damn impressive, man.
I've tried. There's been times in the past I've really tried, because I know I spend too much time on my music. I've really tried to not let myself spend so much time on a song. I just can't do it. It's just not my workflow. You know, there's just things that I really want to... I hate to say perfect, but I don't know what other word to use.
So I guess perfect. So I don't know.
I think music is great for the price, but of course it's not the top of the line, and that's totally fine. I mean, there's plenty of games out there that have like just serviceable music, and that's totally okay. It's a game, and it's not bad at all. Yeah.
Maybe I'll hire Nolan once I.
Yeah. Well, let's see what my job prospects look like in the future. That might be an option available to you. I mean, hell, I got a whole fucking studio now, right? we got the bass guitar, we got the synth. We can even pull a little. We can even do a little bit of that. And of course we got the mixer. You can see the mixer. There's the mixer right there. Yeah. It's actually a pretty old mixer. It's from 2005. Budget 99.99% music. Boy, I'm so fucking surprised, because I don't do the pricing professionally. I think you know this. I think we've talked about it before. We've had some people who've like come from like, I'd say, a more professional indie game space advertising their music skills, and it's like $400 for 1 minute, and it's like, what the fuck? $400? And you fucking Google this, and it's like all these other like not RPG Maker, but you know, you have like Unity devs and Unreal devs and stuff like that who are all saying like, oh yeah, you know, it's like $500 per minute for my musician or whatever. And it's just like, holy shit. People pay for this? That's oh hell yeah. I got quoted $81,000 for 90 minutes of music, chiptune. Shit, son! Did you fucking take that? Oh wait. Well, I know you do music, so I'm confused. Which way is this going? Is someone offering you $81,000? Because if you didn't take that, then boy, you dumb. But I know you've also asked some folks for help because you want to focus on just designing the game, not so much focusing on the music, which I totally get. Boy, I found something more expensive. I can tell you a story. I was just talking about Fiddle too. Yeah, shit. I thought programmers are going to be the more expensive part for my project. Now, he was charging you? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, shit. You gotta pay for those BST bundles. Yeah, fucking EQs cost $300 fucking dollars. Man, fucking plugins are such a fucking ripoff. Anyways, so here's a fun story. So speaking of, we're talking about Fiddle. We're making some major adjustments to some of the back end stuff of the engine itself, the game engine itself, so we can handle some new things. It's a pretty big project that Mac is working on right now. I'm really excited. We've got a prototype out for part of it. This is gonna change how we handle cutscenes. For the most part, actually, it'll look smoother. It'll look more professional for the end user. But otherwise, it'll look smoother and more professional. But it'll mostly have the same kind of feeling as what you saw in the playtest. What it's really doing is speeding up the process of being able to create cutscenes, which is what I really wanted. So the most of the big changes are happening kind of in the back end. It's not really anything that you guys are going to be seeing. However, part of this is also being able to really enhance the cutscenes with lots of nice visuals and stuff like that. As you guys already know, in Fiddle. I have a little vignette that comes in whenever a cutscene starts. It just kind of fades in, or it zooms in from the corners to just kind of tell you, hey, right now we're in a cutscene, so you can't move or anything. You don't have control, right? I designed that myself, and it's fine for what it is. It's not super glamorous or anything like that. And I was thinking, we got all this fancy tech going on here to add all sorts of cool, wacky elements to cutscenes now that I would love to just, put the money into the cutscenes to add some really professionally designed graphics. And so I started looking for a graphic designer, not an artist to design characters, but someone who does graphics, UI stuff, and whatever. And I reached out to a few. A lot of them are actually just not available, but I got a couple of quotes. And holy shit, let me tell you that musicians are not the most expensive thing out there, nor are programmers. I was quoted $800 for one piece. And I was like, man, some of these things I need you to do are made up of 4 or 5 pieces. We're talking because one of the things I also talked to him about was doing the battle backs as well, because the way I wanted to do the battle backs is more of a design kind of thing and less of an art kind of thing, an illustration kind of thing. So, my battle backs are made up of 5 different elements. So, we're talking $4,000 for one fucking battle back. Hell no! What do I look like? I'm made out of money? What? I'm fucking paid $4,000 for this shit. It's fucking insane. Holy shit. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I guess, I actually did go to, I actually went to university for media design and stuff like that. Mostly focused on photography and shit, but there's some Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop design stuff in there that I took. So I guess I want to put that degree to use, and just go ahead and design the shit myself. I have also talked with Somon. Somon will occasionally design a few elements, not a lot. I don't really want to tie her up with a lot of extra work because she works very slow. I love her artwork, so I'm not gonna rush her, but gosh, she's a little bit slow, so I don't want to tie her up with extra work. I just want her to focus on, getting the characters done. If Fiddle is still being developed by the time all the characters are done, then I may say, hey, while I still got you, you think you can design some of these things? You can't sell enough organs to afford that. Yeah. Jesus Christ, AAA wouldn't pay that. Boy, these are the I got a couple of people who gave me a very similar quote to this. I don't know. I think I'm cutting my losses on the graphic designer, and I'm just putting my degree to use on this shit. I like Fiddle with simple lines and solid colors. It's clean and can be easily done yourself. It definitely has a vibe. Yeah, and that's the thing, and that's the reason why I kind of wound up going with that look, and I guess I'll just continue to use it too, is that it's simple and easy to design. It just uses 45-degree angles, so it's super easy. So I'll probably continue to go with that. I've added a couple of extra elements to it to kind of glow it up, but they're also still pretty simple design elements, so it still stays within the original concept of easy to put together, and I'll probably just continue to stick with that. Anyways, yeah. That is it's sort of funny too, now that I think about it too, is actually Mac reworking, how the engine handles text and all of this shit. Reworking huge parts of the game engine itself, and it doesn't even come close. Just the total price still doesn't even come close to the fucking battle back. Yeah, I thought that was hella dope. I really love Fiddle's intro.
Yeah, and I hope to keep the intro, but it does need a little bit of reworking there. I think the intro is going to be reworked last, though. There's still some elements that need to kind of be solidified, you know, implemented and tuned and messed with to figure it out. And that intro is very important because it's also obviously your tutorial. So I think I wanted to get that intro in because I didn't like the original intro that I had. I've told the story before. Fiddle started out as mostly just kind of me fucking around with RPG Maker, just testing things out, more of a tech demo. So the original intro just was not serious. It was complete garbage. When I wanted to do this new playtest for everyone, I wanted an intro that left a better impression of what the game is supposed to be going ahead. But to be honest, it was still probably too early. Like, the story stuff might be fine, but like the tutorial stuff, it's probably implemented way too early for the intro. I feel like when it comes to designing a game, really designing anything, honestly, the intro thing is, ironically, the intro should be the last thing, because once you've established the body and the end, you know the themes, you know where things are going, you got everything kind of balanced and figured out, then you can design the intro to best reflect where the game is going to go. Or anything, like even with music, writing, whatever it is. I feel like that's just the case for a lot of art, is you want to figure out the middle and the end first, and then you do the intro. For me, the battle system was what kind of killed it for me. Like, if Fiddle was a walking sim, I would have probably finished it. And the battles are being completely overhauled. There's I mean, it's still going to use the whole stacking system and stuff like that. There's a lot of changes that I want to do to the stacking system. There's also other refinements and adjustments I want to make to the speed of combat and the information that's provided to the player. Because I think a lot of the problems also just came down to information not being provided very well. So I think once there's a more appropriate UI, I do think that would actually, once visual feedback is given to the player, I think it'll be more satisfying, it'll be more fun. And visual feedback, I guess I shouldn't just say is UI, but it's other things too. It's like things that tell the player you are making a good decision, you know? So they can feel like, I'm the smart one. Right? So, anyways, but yeah, it's a lot to front load. Yeah, there's that too. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get around that fact simply just because of and you're not the only one to say that. My other people that I've talked to about it have also repeated that point. Yeah, it's not so much that the system was bad, it's just very unclearly explained and the information wasn't really accessible. Yeah. We'll be working on that. I'll be working, figuring that out. Like I said, I will probably redo that intro last. So if there is even another beta test that does happen between, or whatever, not beta test, whatever, fucking play test, terminology, who gives a shit. If there's another time for you guys to play the game, between, you know, before it launches in 1.0, there's still a strong possibility that the intro will likely still be the same, because the intro will be the last thing that gets implemented. It's funny because I don't actually think it's complex. It seems complex, but I personally feel like it's not. And I think that's the problem, is because I'm not showing players how simple it really is. They're looking at it on the microscopic layer, like there's that and then that and then that, and they're not seeing how it's all connected. And I need to be able to show players the macro scale, and then when you zoom out you can kind of see, oh, okay, that all makes sense. I don't think it would be that hard. The system isn't that complex, to be honest. That's what I was just saying. It's just about making information within battle more clear. The way it was working in the last playtest just didn't do well. Yeah, yep. And that, I think that just comes down to the feedback is not there in the game to tell players what's happening. So yeah, and that's one of the things that I want to address for sure. A huge part of, like, I have a whole list of what needs to get done that I need Mac. I need a programmer. I need a skilled programmer to help me with. There's I have a huge portion of that list dedicated of things that need to be developed are all concerning battle. So whenever that next playtest would be, hopefully most of that stuff is implemented. So even if the intro is the same, hopefully at least the feedback given to the player is more obvious. So that way the information is more obvious. Ideally, I do realize it's also pretty text heavy. So ideally, I would love to get the game to a place where the visual feedback is so good that, when the player can say, I want to see what happens when I do this, and then they have that visual feedback, and they say, oh, I understand now, and I don't have to explain anything. They can draw the connection themselves in their own mind. I'd love to get to that point. That will take a lot of work. I don't know if I'll get there. The one thing is with, JRPGs, turn-based stuff, there is a lot of abstract stuff because we're dealing with numbers. We don't quite get that concrete feedback that you get in, like, a fighting game or a first-person shooter or whatever. So there might still be some text, but I guess the dream is to get it to a point where I don't even need to tell you guys. I don't need to put any text on the screen. You just click the button and you're like, oh, I get it now. Right? I guess I should say no tutorial text. There might still be some diegetic text in there, leaving some abilities locked so you can so I don't give you all the choices and you're like, oh god, I have all these choices, what do I do? I'll still probably have that same progression of like, okay, here's that skill, alright, now here's the next skill, alright, there's the last skill, alright, now you're free to go. So, anyways, but we'll see. I think I've mentioned it before that the one thing that whatever, I'm going to keep calling it a beta test. You guys know what I'm fucking talking about. The one thing that the beta test had showed me is that there's a long way to go. And so, it could be a year. It could be another 2 years. Who fucking knows? Sounds possible to me. The system itself is fairly simple, and I don't think you need to explain all the ins and outs of it, which you did. Which made it too much front-loading. Yep. Instead, just give them a basic interaction between stacks, and that's it. Let them figure out the ins and outs themselves. Yeah. So yeah, and I think that's the goal I'm shooting for. So hopefully I will achieve that. But that's a while from now. One of the things that we're working on, as already mentioned, is that right now we're working on implementing cutscenes easier, and at the same time, they just look a little bit more smoother and a little bit more professional. And that's the reason I wanted to do that is, in addition to spending a lot of time in combat, you also spend a lot of time, talking to the folks in town. I've really leaned into, I'm going to stop pretending that the game is not influenced by Animal Crossing, and I'm just leaning into the Animal Crossing influence now. So I even did a little homework playtest. I busted out the... Don't tell Nintendo. I busted out the old GameCube emulator and played a little of the OG Animal Crossing just to kind of get a sense of how they handled some things there. Took some notes and whatever just to compare. It's definitely not Animal Crossing. I want to make that clear. It's not Animal Crossing, but there's some Animal Crossing influences, and I'm not going to deny that fact. If I'm still alive by the time Fiddle comes back to the scene, I'll look forward to playing it again. And it'll be the same, but also completely different. Anyways. So, I want to go ahead and wrap it up here. It's been nice to talk about your game. It's been nice to talk about my game. Always love doing game dev chat, stuff like that. Just as much as I love chatting about music equipment. Music equipment's always fun to talk about, and game stuff. I like talking about my hobbies. Wow, go figure. Anyways, but it is starting to get late here, so I want to go ahead and just wrap up the stream for tonight. So, before that though, I wanted to mention, in case I forget, next weekend. Next weekend I should be able to stream just fine. Hopefully, nothing goes wrong. So next weekend be normal stream. But after next weekend, my mother is going to be visiting me here in Japan, and she'll be staying here. It likely won't interrupt anything, but it's also really kind of hard to say. It's funny because we don't really have any plans. She mostly just wants to get away from America. You can figure out why. And also, of course, she wants to see her son. So, because she doesn't get to see her son that often because her son lives, across the fucking world. So, other than that, we don't really have any plans. So, it's like, I don't even know what weekends I'm not going to be streaming. So, it'll be completely random. So, basically, I'm just saying that for most of March and the beginning of April, I may not stream, and I may not even give you a warning that I might not be streaming. Have mom on stream? That's a possibility. She knows I stream. And she sometimes joins. She doesn't chat. But she does actually watch the stream. It's pretty rare, but she does occasionally because, I'll talk to her and she's like, "Oh yeah, I watched the stream. It seemed like you're having a good time or whatever, So she obviously knows that I do it. So maybe we can talk her into coming on stream. We'll see. But yeah. I just wanted to tell you now because, there's always a chance I might forget or something comes up next weekend and I'm not able to stream. So, but hopefully not. I do have plans next weekend, but I believe they're on Sunday. So, I think so. I should really check my account. It doesn't matter. Who cares? I'm pretty sure it's on Sunday. So, Mom versus the Dungeon Rummage series. Have my mom play all of the Dungeon Rummage games. She's not much of a gamer. I mean, she likes her, super casual mobile game. She plays a lot of like Bejeweled or what is the big Candy Crush? How did I forget that name? Jesus. But anyways, I don't know. I can talk to her about it. Who knows? It might be a possibility. Might not. I wanted to mention this now in case I forget next weekend or in case I'm busy next weekend and I can't. So I'm just mentioning it now. But otherwise, next weekend will probably be a normal stream. I'll pick out a game. Probably pick up something off of Steam, as I've been doing. Unless there's something else that catches my eye. Dungeon Rummage. Anyways, it's getting late here, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this stream, and I will probably see you guys next time. Same place with the AT2020 and the SM58. And of course, the synthesizer. Anyways, yeah. See you guys next time. Bye.